That's
fellowship
good.
again.
Yep,
Yeah.
that'll be great.
Or just smile.
Hi, Lonnie.
Good to see all of you here. Good to see Ed back.
Yeah.
Lynette, hopefully will be back with us before too long. As most of you know, she still has pneumonia, so we need to be continuing to pray for her in her complete recovery. And good to see Rosemary back today. Yeah. And of course, Sherman's been back with us before, but we're so happy to see her. And, I know everyone's continued to pray for her. And, you know, I know she's doing well, but I'm sure you have your good days and your bad days. And that's perfectly normal. But just know that we love you. So, pass that along to Lynette. We love her, we're praying for her, and hopefully she's going to be well real soon and be back with us. And, Gordon was just telling me that the president of CMA, who was 57 years old, I met him up at the ICMS rally back in May. He died. And Gordon doesn't know whether it was from COVID or what it was. He just saw something that they were having a memorial, but this guy was 57 years old. And evidently maybe just died from, you know, something other than COVID. Dan's brother, we need to pray for Dan. His older brother, he had to put him in hospice yesterday. And so we need to pray for them, for him and his family and his brother. Lita and I put my mother in hospice this past week. It's really strange what's happening with my mother. She's tested twice positive for COVID, and we talked to them yesterday, and all she has is a little bit of a cough. It's like, if it's going to hit, it hadn't hit yet, or it's not going to hit at all. I don't know. But it was still, I think, a good move to go with the hospice thing, because Dan and I were just talking about, I thought hospice was, you had hospice come in 2 days before somebody dies.
That's what I thought too.
And it's not that way. It can be, but you can have hospice come in long before someone dies, and they can do a lot of things to really, yeah, it used to be that way. They can do a lot of things, you know, that are beneficial to the person, you know, maybe months before they pass away or whatever. And so we're glad that we made that move with my mom, and you know, hopefully something will turn around and change for Dan's brother, because he's only 65, and that's awfully early to pass away also. And Heidi has a decision she needs to make, so pray for her. God knows what it is, and He can help her make the decision she needs to make. So there's a lot of prayer requests and things going on. It's good to see Steve back. We lost, nobody had a phone number for Steve, or an email, or anything. And so Steve disappears. And I mean, all I could think was, Steve got COVID and died. And nobody knows it, you know? I mean, nobody knows it. And when he came in the back door Thursday night, I was so excited, and everybody else was so excited to see him. And the deal was, he's been off up in the mountains in St. Mary's having a ball hunting for 2 or 3 weeks. And here we thought he had died. But anyway, it's good to have you back, Steve.
And Janice.
And well, yeah, Janice this is her second Sunday back. We're delighted to have Janice back. So, anyway, it is good to see all of you back, and I know that there's still people that are, you know, just sort of hanging out and saying, I'm not really comfortable with going back yet. We understand that. These are trying, different times. And I think that what a lot of churches are seeing and what we're seeing, you know, when the first round hit and we closed for a few weeks, we lost about 20 people that never came back. And this round, you know, I'm hoping it's not going to happen, but, you know, we could possibly just have some people not come back ever again. And that's happening with churches. And it's a sad thing, but it's a reality. But hopefully things will get back into something normal here before long, and everybody can start coming back and joining with us.
I don't know if people here knew Wendy Alexander.
I don't think they did.
She came to church and busted shovel for quite a while. Her husband also died from COVID.
Yeah, and he was a young man too, but he died of COVID. Yeah. Sticks and I were over at the Brothers Feet deal last night, and
we're alive.
Yeah, they were alive. They were alive, and I was talking with some people, and you know, their attitude, and not all of them, I'm sure, but some of the people I talked to, I asked them, I said, well, have you been healthy through all of this? And they said, yeah. And I mean, of course, they were totally negative to any kind of shot or any kind of thing like that. And you know, their belief is that it's not even real. Some of us' belief was it's not even real. It's not real. And I said their belief is not even real. Brother, his face like that. He said, no, it's real. He said, Ed said a while ago, it's not a sickness, it's a weapon. It's a weapon. Yeah. So,
it's just overamped of what it is.
Yeah, that may be some truth. But I think maybe that, you know, a lot of those guys have avoided it in some manner. And so in their circles, they're doing well, you know, and it seems like it's not real because they're not around anybody that's sick and dying.
There's one guy I know from that went to see the guy.
He died from COVID?
He died from COVID. Well, complications of COVID, pneumonia after COVID.
Okay, yeah, okay.
It was 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Our people got to it.
What church you talking about? I couldn't understand.
It wasn't a church, it was Brother Speed.
Oh,
Yeah. That church, they have church on Wednesday night. I think they still meet on Wednesday night. But anyway, that sort of catches us up with everyone and what's going on, and it's just good to see people and hear about people getting back and being well again. There are some MAF letters up there, or letter that you might be interested in reading and looking at the pictures up on the counter there. This is 45 years in mission aviation for Steve and Judy. So it sort of chronicles their years. I told you, the only problem was, I wish the pictures had been bigger. I couldn't make them out. And I wanted to see what Steve looked like when he was 25 years old. You're the same? Well, I don't know, Steve. It looks a little different. More hair. That's what it is. Yeah. But anyway, you might want to read those. And they also have new calendars, some really neat pictures about MAF and all of the calendars. And as I said the other day, Belinda and I got to see the new movie that they have out, To the End of the Earth, and it is spectacular. And we are hoping as soon as we can get a hold of it, we'll set up a night to have a showing here. And I really want to encourage you to come because it's really an awesome, inspiring movie, and it's a documentary, and it's well done, and it just gives us a lot of information or gave me a lot of information I didn't have concerning MAF and their worldwide ministry. So we'll be hearing more about that as we get closer to that. 7 o'clock Thursday night, we're going to have our Bible study again, Genesis to Revelation. It was an excellent teaching last week. He stuck to Scripture, didn't do any of the other stuff that we'd been a little frustrated about. We did have a problem with the screen flashing. We got a new DVD player, put it all together this morning, put it in, blink, 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 and we pulled it out, put the old one back in, and started fooling with some cords and all, and it never blinked again. And so we don't, Robert's going to work on it this week. He's got a few ideas of what he's going to do. And when they're here cleaning Tuesday, he's going to do a couple of things, move some wires around, and then just play the thing the whole time they're cleaning to see if it's going to blink. So hopefully Thursday night, God willing, we will have a clear picture for us to see the next round of that teaching. Next Sunday is at noon is our next leadership meeting, and then 8:30 November the 18th is the men's breakfast as normal time and date, but location will change. Please note that, men. It will be at Le Peep in Eagle. And if you have any trouble finding that, just go down or up Eagle Road, whichever way you're coming from, on Ustick, where you turn on Ustick, and you have Walmart to the north. I'm not Lowe's to the north, excuse me. Lowe's to the north, and to the south, McDonald's. It's right in that area. If you get there, you can find it, okay? And so that's where we'll be meeting from now on. They have a gluten-free menu, and so Robert can eat without fear. Yeah, so that's good. I saw a bumper sticker while I was on the back of a window of a car yesterday that, this is Thursday, that I would like to find for you. It says, I love, and it's a heart, gluten, but the heart is all cracked, all everywhere, all through. Robert needs that. Okay, this is an important date to put down. 6 o'clock, Saturday, December the 4th, is our Thanksgiving Christmas dinner, and we will be having that at Coal Mountain Restaurant in Emmett. And we've gone there a few times on rides. The food's good. They have a big place. They can handle us. It will be a banquet-style Thanksgiving Christmas type of foods. And that's at 6 o'clock on December the 4th. We'll tell you later about the cost. Yes, as we get closer to that, I believe it will give us that information. I think that'll be a really good place for us to meet. Okay, that's all the announcement I have. Yes?
I would like some feedback on whether we should have a dinner for the Misfit Toys this year.
Whether you should?
Yeah.
I think that's totally up to you and Bonnie.
I need to know how many people might be interested.
Okay, you got some hands up. Misfit Toy Dinner this year, how many would like to go to Steve and Bonnie's for the Misfit Toy Dinner?
Oh, no, there's a donation, I forgot to.
Okay, you got about 10 or 12 hands right now.
That's Thanksgiving Day, right?
No, that's Christmas.
Christmas Day.
Christmas Day. Yeah, it's for people that do not have family and would like to go somewhere and eat and
Or
be
if they
with
have family.
with family. And it's for people who have family that would just like to come on that day. I think you would have a gathering. And so we can promote it more between now and then. So if you guys want to do it, okay? Okay, that sounds like a good deal. All right, we have Colette and company today to lead us in worship, and she is going to lead us in prayer, and then we'll get started.
God, we just thank you for another chance to be in your house and to worship you, God. And We thank you for family. We thank you for healing. We thank you for that you oversee every circumstance inside our lives, God, and that death and life are the same to you. You are the God of the living, the God of Abraham and Jacob and Isaac, and they're not dead to you. They're alive. And you just, it's like you move people around, you remove them, and you work on the hearts of those that you're not finished with yet. But we're alive in you, whether we're here or there. And I just am amazed by your word. And I thank you every day that I open it and I'm just like desperate for it. I need you, and I just pray that you would pour out your spirit upon all the people in this place and cause them to love your word and to cling to it and to gain strength from it each day. And thank you for this church. Thank you for bringing us here and giving us such great people and fellowship here, and we're just so thankful for it. And we pray for this service today.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.